everybody, and welcome back to Tech Talk. This is Roger Hanson. I'm here with Tanhai Tran and Mark Edworthy, commonly known as Medworthy on Minds.com. Today we have some important information that Mark is going to share with us. Go ahead, Mark.
I'd let time start us off with
Well, like a
well,
question. So we were talking about the new chat. There's a GitLab ticket that Bill Ottman uh, published for all of us to log chat-related issues. And then
that's mine stuff, yeah.
I've been just throwing bunch of stuff into there. And Mark just noticed the other day, I noticed that when you were doing the quote, Mark, that it's showing up on the mobile. It's not a problem on the web though. But on the mobile, it's kind of HTML encoding that greater than sign.
Yeah,
So
it was related to the greater and lesser
yeah,
than
greater.
signs. Just trying to remember my notes on that.
You can bring up
Yeah,
the.
point A.
Let me shoot the GitLab ticket for Roger to show it on the stream.
No, see, that's kind of cool because that means freaking you guys are trolling freaking Bill Altman. I
We're
love that.
rolling Bill Ottman. Right. That's right.
Keeping them in check.
We're, we're
Can't trust that
freaking
evil Bill Altman.
freaking pro.
Evil Bill
Yeah,
Altman.
I should get that ticket. Why don't you show it on the stream, Roger?
We can do that. Let me get the chat opened up. That way I can freaking see it. I have a pretty cool shot of
Still trying to find your stream.
well, not the stream as much as trying to uh, get the I've got to capture the now that's a window, right?
That's a window.
Yeah.
But you can just, it's a web tab.
Yeah, I
You
know,
can
I
just,
know. I've just got to pull it up and do it appropriately so that we can. There we go. There we go.
There you go. I also just found your stream. Okay.
That's pretty tight.
What? What are you showing on?
Got
You're
it's,
showing your wow thing on your.
no, you
Okay.
have a lag time on it
Ah,
or slow
okay.
time.
Sure,
It'll
sure.
switch over here in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So
Um,
that's showing it right there for you.
yeah. So that's it, and then scroll down. That's just a description. All the issues are logged in the comments.
Yeah,
Okay, now
We left them in the comments,
probably
and
the
then
final one.
the Minds guys, the devs, they would just go in there and collect our comment, and whichever they think is a good bug or a good suggestion, they would just move it up into the description and make it a work item for themselves.
oh, there we go. Here's the comments. Mine's
Went at
mine's
the
get
bottom.
bot.
What?
The mines get bought.
Wait, Minds Goodbye is not a real comment.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's shitloads
Yeah.
of them. Mark Ryan,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just an
Sally,
automated thing.
Bill Altman, internal server error.
Mhm.
See, they need to be showing this stuff on regular mine so people can see this shit.
Well, regular people don't care about internal server error.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
freaking I posted that shit last night because freaking I knew.
Yeah, that's because you're like a hacker, man. Nobody looks under the Chrome developer console except us
Except
geeks.
for us, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Bill Altman's screenshots, the emoji error, which I hope they freaking keep having emoji arrows, just to drive freaking Bill crazy. Freaking, that's all he ever posts is freaking
One thing
emojis.
they actually jumped on. That was the only thing he really jumped on. He didn't jump on anything else.
Keep going down.
Just the
There are more
subline.
issues.
There's Mark Edworthy's post. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
My
No.
initial thoughts.
I can read it if you guys would like for me to read it.
Uh,
Can you see it clearly in the stream?
I would
Well-
suggest that you just publish a reference to this address on within the description of.
We can go
your
through.
post.
We can go through. We can go
I'm
through
a
the
pretty
main-
good. I'm a pretty good
Yeah.
reader.
Because
Yeah, go read-
this
read-
is still
read
a
it,
work
read
in
it.
progress.
Okay.
If
Whatever.
if I maximize the windows, then I can read what you're sharing. So I think on the TV screen it might be okay.
Okay. So this is at Ottoman and at Jotto 141 and at Mark
Ryan Sally.
Sally. Okay. I have had a brief conversation with Ottoman
Who's
within.
Giotto, Mark?
Yeah, that's a good
So
question.
who?
Jotto
Giotto
141.
141.
141. What's that?
This is,
You tagged him.
yeah, this is your post, man. 3 weeks
Alright.
ago. You don't even know who you're talking to.
Oh. Yeah, that's Jack. That's Jack Ottman.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Jack
See-
Ottman.
see
Oh,
operations
right,
Jack.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
The reason I got confused, I think he's changed his username.
I think he just changed it.
recently.
That's
Yeah,
fu-
yeah.
And I
I
was
thought it was
thinking,
just
so,
Jack.
yeah, I think it was called Jack or Jotto.
Jack, yeah.
Did
I thought
he-
it was
one for one.
Jack.
Did he
Yeah.
switch his freaking at address in the last 3 weeks?
I'm not sure when. I've only just noticed it. Just actually pointed it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even think about it the other day.
He freaked out
Okay,
because he got
boy.
one of those famous Mark Edworthy freaking emails or messages where he was tagged in it, and he's like, "Oh hell no!"
Actually, every single GitLab ticket I create, I always add references to. So I always tag particular staff members too. And Bill and Jack, being the two most senior staff members, I always add. So every single GitLab ticket I create, I will add those two, and whoever else I believe is related to this. So usually somebody like Ben or Barshi or Mark, Ryan.
Okay, so you go on here to say within the new chat facility, I have just had a brief conversation with Altman within the new chat facility, and I'm providing a summary of my initial thoughts here. First of all, I'm glad to see that a more integrated chat solution is being worked on. The lack of a truly integrated solution is something that I have discussed with both Altman and Giotto 141 on at least one previous occasion. However, saying that, I have a couple points and concerns that I believe are appropriate to further consider about when comparing the functionality which is being provided within the Minds Chat platform, i.e., the new Vector LTD based element Synapse frameworks with the new chat facility. These include A. The ability to invite additional users into the chat session after the creation of the chat session. It is currently possible invite multiple users upon the creation of an individual chat session, but it is not currently possible to invite users to a single chat session after the creation of the session. B. The ability to assign a chat session to a group, create a group-specific chat session. I consider this to be important when considering existing Minds Chat-based associated rooms such as MCOSI or hashtag MCOSI general which is minds.com, which is associated with the Existence Mind Community Open Source Initiative group, which is all done by Mark, of course. So that's something that's important. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to know. If you guys need any help with that, that's where you go to find them. So
Me and a couple of community members.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to stop and bring that up because it is important to understand that chat is going to be finished here before long. We don't know when, but it's a good time to start putting the word out on how to contact Mark or contact Tan and be able to ask them questions when they need them. So you guys can't get away from us. It's not over. It's not over, Tron. It's not.
Well,
I'm going to run away. Yeah,
Tron and
I'm
Tran.
going to have a holiday. A long vacation.
We've got
she's
Tron.
going on vacation for 12 months.
Yeah, 2 years.
Until the new chat goes out of beta.
Yeah, 2+ years.
And hashtag mug, MUG, what is that again, colon?
Mine's users group, yeah?
Minds users,
Yeah.
minds.com, which is associated with the existing Minds user group.
Well, with the new chat, there's a group chat for every group, so
Yes.
automatically.
I believe that it has to be initialized by an administrator just by going into the chat, and that's automatically created. But so I've got a couple of groups I'm a member of, and they have yet to initiate their chat sessions.
Okay. So you started the group chat for Mine's user group and Mine's open source community initiative. Yeah.
I just opened them. I did that to my other my own personal music selection room as well.
And I also want to add too that I have been updating the videos on our group for Tech Talk. A lot of them are scheduled out, and I did that on purpose, the older ones. And the newer ones are being put in, but I also want to edit them, make them look nice, have an introduction and everything.
Also, I noticed you're still using the US date format on that one that you've already posted.
Yeah.
That needs to be changed. And also, I think we need a description, a couple words for a pinned
That's
post,
why.
a sort of welcoming pinned post.
That is why I said you are the one who needs to do that, because like freaking that sucks. Okay, and I really hate doing that stuff. So.
Give me a couple of suggestions. Later on, give me a couple of suggestions for that sort of thing.
No, you know what the truth. You know what the truth is about it is I don't really remember what all of it's about. So that means I've got to go through and I got to watch that shit again, dude.
That's why it makes
I was going to do that myself.
Do you know how
a couple of months ago, but I just haven't had the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It means reviewing all of them.
I mean, you just throw it up there once it's done. When it's fresh, then you can put a few sentences of description in it. But if you wait for several weeks, no way.
Well,
it becomes like a chore,
Yeah. And
it's
plus,
just like last week, I started the stream after you left, Roger, and then I just threw it up. Just with a couple of sentences.
Again, did you stick a description? Did you add a description to your...
Well,
it's a post, so I put something.
He put like after show and everything, and that was it, and it was fine. And to be honest, the thing I do.
I really do not like just publishing a video or publishing an image or a video without any text content.
Okay.
Well, that's bad. That is bad.
Really poor. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The YouTube description is showing up in the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, with the YouTube link, it has the title.
Yeah, it has the title and a short little description down underneath.
Yeah.
good. So, I mean, that at least they have that. I mean,
Better than nothing. But,
you know. Now,
Yeah.
the thing that I have an issue with it about is everybody always talks about that, and the thing is I know for a fact from how long I've been doing this, people don't even care. You know what really matters? It's the SEO, and that's the one thing I do think that Minds did catch on to, and I should have caught on to that with Minds.com when I first started because I wasn't putting the SEO in, but
Mind
people
you,
people pay attention to that.
when we started this, Minds.com search engine optimization was absolutely dire. Hence why I created the mcosi.org site, satellite site, just to combat that sort of poor search engine. It's improved since. Remember, I published the satellite site back in November 2018. So we took it over a couple of years ago now.
but you can tweak the SEO stuff on your Minds channel, Roger?
Yeah. Like you can do it in everything. You can do it in your freaking well, let me actually.
It doesn't matter again. Descriptive text, good.
Yeah.
Descriptive text that will, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which is
it.
Okay.
search engine optimization friendly.
That is completely it. It's. I mean, it's. Well, it's a little bit more than that. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
I mean.
yeah, but generally, Stephen, I know you could add meta tags, but with a social media platform such as mine, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can only stick in the description and whatever hashtag. So, and that's about it. That's the limit of your ability.
Okay, so I gotta switch back over to freaking our cool template because we need to have cool templates and stuff. So
I mean, we've gone right down a tangent, and we didn't actually finish off this report.
well, that's because freaking we've come into some more good stuff that we can
Okay.
discuss.
Okay. Just to finish off the last thing. I wrote back in on May the 9th, which was what, a couple of days ago. Last week now. Back in the Canary Minds Canary mode group chat session, a entire list of thoughts, and one of those thoughts was related to the greater and lesser than. Then I sort of spelled it out, spelled the issue out, but it also reminded me of a previous issue that Minds had when editing comments, which resulted in exactly the same issue. The greater and lesser things changing into the HTML entities. It is something that I want to add to that GitLab ticket, and I've been thinking about adding all the other little notes that I've added to the chat session to the GitLab ticket. In fact, I was going to do it earlier today, but I've just been overwhelmed with stuff today, so I just haven't had time.
I know you mentioned in there the encryption and everything, and like the one thing that I mean, I know you guys are all big on encryption, and I'm cool with it too. But you know what really annoys me though about this chat that we have in freaking here? It's like the sign in and then the verification, and if you don't verify it and you sign out and you come back in, you can't read shit because everything's encrypted.
Yeah, hence the conversation that me and Tan had with what's it, Ria, the other day, in the
About
Canaries room, in relation. But it's been an ongoing issue for some time, and fun enough, I was looking back through the chat, the Canary Room chat, and one of the first things I actually published in there back in 2021 was a comment to Jack about providing an explanation about encryption keys.
Mm-hmm.
He said he would, but if you look at the Associated blog article, there's only a very small sentence right at the bottom of the blog article saying, please remember to store your encryption keys. And that's about it. There's no further explanation at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I mean, the thing is though, is like freaking, is like what are they gonna do about stuff like that whenever freaking they transfer over to this thing? If they put encryption in, I mean, what's gonna happen every time you sign in and sign out? Are they gonna be pulling the same shit?
I would like to see that they do the same thing that they did with the legacy messenger facility, where the encryption, the end-to-end encryption is just automatically provided as soon as you logged in.
Right.
I mean, for public rooms, it's not necessary. I stuck this in another GitLab ticket, pointed this out in another GitLab ticket last week. For public rooms, such as Help and Support and Canaries and Bloods, it's not relevant. But when it comes to private groups and one-to-one conversations, it is. I mean, after all, if I'm having a private conversation with you using the new facility, I didn't want that to be accessible by the staff.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a good. It's good that you brought that up.
And I also pointed out there's if these areas in chat is not accessible by the staff, then there's if anything does go on, then there's let's say, I don't know, there's a real world incident due to it, then the staff might think has got some sort of plausible abilities.
Mm-hmm.
They can say, we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
and stop them from getting into any legal issues.
I don't know if I like hearing that though.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it from a sort of corporate sort of side as well.
You know.
But and also, like I said, we don't want our personal conversations to be viewable by the staff.
Right.
I mean, as when it comes to the MCSI, I've had conversations with Barcy, as an example, which are confidential in nature. Users asking me about, community members asking me about accounts being banned and stuff. Obviously, I didn't want that accessible by everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
And I've had sensitive conversations within, let's say, the MCSI's administration room.
Well, I mean, anybody with administration should automatically be confidential. I mean, that's like first thing. You know what I mean? If they set something up like that, then I don't see why everybody should know freaking what Bashy in the other person's business is if they're actually asking about something that helps them with their mindset, account. So that should have been the first thing. Instead, make that first off separate from the rest of the chat, or at least.
Yeah. This is why I've been so adamant that this should have been treated as a priority.
Mm-hmm. But like with every other person, though, I mean, I don't know. I like the fact that we get on freaking general chat and everybody gets to see our bullshit, because then I can put like crazy shit on there to make everybody happy. You know what I mean? Aggravate.
Yeah, rooms like that don't need to be secure. But again, when it comes to sort of personal conversations,
Well, I was gonna suggest that Roger encrypt his his live 24/7 chat room. He
No,
started
I would argue we
No.
did have. I think we
he
did have a
started
conversation about
he
that.
I,
started bad mouthing Oddman. I don't think you want Oddman going in there
yes,
and
I do.
snooping around.
Yes, I do. I want him to see every bit of it. That man needs to
Well,
see it.
Bill, as the CEO, needs to be aware of what the general consensus.
Dude,
No, but
is.
if you have full end-to-end encryption turned on, he's not gonna be able to do that.
dude, that dude is sick as freaking shit. Okay, let me give you a little bit of
That's your
update.
opinion. I'm not.
Let me
I'm
give you a
going
little
on.
bit of an update about Bill Altman. Okay, this is what I found out here recently when I hooked back up with Minds Gaming and got into the Infinite Imaginarium. You know the big
Mhm.
fight they got into and everything that I'm not going to bring up.
But it's
No,
it's
no,
right there
no.
on
Canary's wrong.
general.
Well,
Oh, it's on the
well,
Canary.
well, hold on a
Canary's
minute.
been back in what, year ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Well,
2 years.
let me let
2
me
years ago.
kind of bring you up to date on this, okay?
Okay.
They
Well,
got
maybe
they
for your audience, maybe
you just what?
Roger.
Is this?
Yeah,
Is
okay,
this
go ahead.
Maybe for your
suitable?
audience, Roger, I mean, Mark and I have already seen the Canary chat, but for your
Yeah,
audience, you might want
I know. I've spoken to Minds. I did have a long conversation with
you give
Minds
us the
Gaming at the
summary of
time.
what went down, basically, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no,
And then,
no. Let me tell you the important shit. After all of this happens, okay, freaking Minds Gaming still makes videos and stuff, and he still gets involved with the community, just not like he used to. Now the sick part
I
about
mean,
now the
for a
sick
long time, he abandoned his Minds channel, didn't he?
I thought that was the truth too, but apparently he's been around. He just hasn't been too public about it. You know what I mean?
I
It's,
just felt-
but see, the thing
I
about
mean,
it is,
he's one of these. Sorry, he's one of the original founders of the MCRSI.
Mhm.
Me, in TB, New Zealand, Fritz, Capo, and a couple of other people. Yeah, he's one of them, and he's been a long time member, and he sort of gave up last year or something.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Now, see, the weird part, what the important part I'm trying to get to with it is like freaking today. Okay, the biggest fan freaking he's got is freaking Bill Altman, dude. Bill Altman comes in there, dude, and he freaking stalks him. He
Where?
He's a lurker, dude. He'll go in there and he'll lurk him.
Where's there?
On his freaking infinite imaginarium or whatever chat.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
mean the Mozilla thing, that bridge that they're using?
No, he literally goes on the
He's
chat
suffering.
for infinite imaginarium that they're using and stuff. And he follows them and shit, and he makes comments on all the videos he makes. He's one of their biggest fans. He loves them.
There's
Oh,
a
so no,
love-hate relationship between
Bill's
those
trolling
two.
him then. Yeah.
Freaking,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I could not believe that.
Yeah.
One of his biggest fans.
Yeah. It's the old Bill Oddman tactic, right? You know, you ban the guy, but then you say no hard feeling. I'm just pulling your leg, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was telling,
yeah.
I was
This
telling,
the other day.
I was telling Mark not to be getting around, or I was going to tell him earlier because he was getting a little bit rowdy in there. And
Oh yeah,
I
you mean
was,
the cat fight or the geek fight?
I was like, dude,
Oh, please.
it was like you already got into a fight with Billy the Kid. Be glad
Yeah,
that
that's
you
right.
came out of it alive, buddy.
Yeah.
It's not been the first one. More than likely it won't be the last. But again, we all got our grievances. We all got. It's better to speak about these things rather than just keep them pent out.
Yeah, that's true.
I think.
It's a good idea to kiss and make up. It is.
I'm not going to smoke Bill.
Okay, so the with the freaking with the encryption though, I mean, is it really a smart thing to do on that chat if they haven't gotten all of the stuff up to date as it is. Like whenever they released it, it was really early. I mean, and that just kind of shows
Yeah,
that's an early
that was
warning.
my, as I point out in Canary's chat week about what 2-3 weeks ago now. My view is that they released it far too early. They released it to the production side far too early.
Now, them doing that, do you think it would be smart to freaking want them to put encryption on it if they did that early?
I would argue the sooner the better. It's also a trust thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also yeah.
Well, right now it's just an alpha product, right? Nobody should,
Yeah.
their right mind use this for production.
Yeah, that alpha stands for. Remember, I hate the alpha beta release candidate thing. I prefer using version numbers. So there should be 0.0.
This is not even it hasn't even gotten to the version number yet. The thing.
Yeah,
right?
but mine's
It's like
the staff never
ABC
use
all the way
version.
to Omega, and then you start with the number.
Yeah, but mine the staff never use version numbers at all ever. Anyway, so
If this were a version number, it would probably be like version 0.1, 0.0001.
B.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now,
no, for sure. Nobody's gonna use this this as a group chat to organize some attack on some foreign government. That's for sure.
I mean, shit. You've known me long enough. You know me,
I hope
dude.
not,
It might fucking happen. It just might
There's no
happen.
encryption.
It just
Stranger
well,
things have happened.
you know.
Asking to
Have happened.
asking to get caught if you're gonna.
Well,
do
not
that.
saying that I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying you
No,
know
I mean
me.
no. I
You
mean,
know, you know me. I mean, freaking, if you know people like me, freaking, and Mr. Robot, you know, freaking, you know, Mr. Robot, he's freaking nuttier than freaking granola
See-
bars and shit.
and you know that's why Mr. Robot has been purposely staying away from the new chat, right?
Yeah,
He's afraid that once he get on there, people will find out where he lives,
I
and
already
then just
know.
go in there and kidnap him.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
But
Aliens will descend on him and
paranoid.
kidnap him into some spaceship.
Yeah, well, he is pretty paranoid about the spaceships. That is true. But his big problem is the deep state. He thinks that the deep state's going to get him, and the CIA freaking spies on.
Why is he such an important, valuable person compared to the rest of us? I mean, what is he? Does he have state secrets hiding underneath his bed?
I know.
He knows shit.
He knows secrets about the freaking aliens. That's what the government wants from him. If he speaks
Right.
up, if he speaks up and he starts talking about this stuff and sharing it on the internet, then they know his name and they can come get him in the
Yeah.
night when he's asleep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But
We used to have asylums for that sort of thing.
now
Just saying.
that we get to this, we have to also talk about what you said in the thing, and you said justification of plausible deniability. If a private discussion were to be used as a part of any legal-based action. So, what are you talking about? Plausible deniability there?
So I'm saying if there is not let's have an example. If there was a private conversation between two users to commit a felony, and this is secure. There is a sort of thing about, as we've seen with these various anti-encryption concepts that various governments have been pushing, especially the British governments have been pushing over the last couple of years. To say that all encryption facilities should be accessible by whoever, may that be the government, may that be the administrators, may that be whatever, which creates backdoors, which in theory can be accessible by unscrupulous individuals.
Yeah.
But the idea of so let's say there is two people that are planning a felony. Not a brief, but let's just hypothetically say that. And they're using encrypted provisions, which allows the company to say that they have no idea about it because it is encrypted.
Right. And that's where the deniability comes from, because hey, you can't see it if freaking, you know what I mean, if they're doing end-to-end encryption. So makes sense. I know.
I mean, the other argument is if mine doesn't provide it, then some other platform will.
Yeah.
WhatsApp will. I think WhatsApp is or Signal or
VPN.
There's other
any VPN, they could just set up a VPN on their freaking computer and go through a virtual private network.
Yeah, but we're still talking about the encryption of the messages.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though.
Rather than the encryption of the location. Yeah.
But for me, I'm okay with with VPN, but like this encryption thing, man, it just keeps driving me freaking nuts. I don't see why freaking they have to do that stuff where you freaking have to ask somebody for freaking the encryption key because you signed out.
That's just poorly implemented. It's an implementation thing, right?
This is the issue with Elements.
You know,
if you look at other messaging apps like Telegram or Signal, they have end-to-end encryption, and the end user never had to, see what the security key looked like. It seems it just works seamlessly.
Mind you, as somebody who deal with things like PGP keys and SSH keys all the time, it's not.
But you're a geek.
You must have enough to see yourself a third time.
His face just like froze.
You're a geek. That's good.
His face just froze up. It's like
normal users is not gonna go and generate SSH key.
You see his face. You see his face on there, dude. Like, go in there and look at the stream, dude. And it's like horrible too, cause like his face went solid, and he looks like a freaking monkey and shit.
What?
His stream literally froze up, dude.
Well, when I call him a geek?
No, it was before that actually. Like, it's just a straight shot. It's not even him moving around now.
Okay.
Like, it's cool as shit, dude. I'm like, I was looking at it, and all of a sudden it just stopped, and he kept talking.
Just don't use that for your thumbnail. Don't use that as your thumbnail.
There you go. It's coming back.
And wait, keep taunting him until he goes green.
Yeah, there he goes. He's back.
Go green screen. I think, Mark, you're the one that got the screenshot of me turning green, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
No, that was me.
Yeah, I can't remember what platform that was. I created one as well.
Yeah.
We both created one.
Mm-hmm.
What platform was that on?
That was on, I think that was on Jitsi, maybe.
Jitsi?
Yeah. But it's just weird on your graphics card or something. You got a defective.
And that happened quite a few times, but only within his
face froze up
2-3
again, dude.
weeks of the period.
It's like that freaking.
Okay.
This time your hair is like shooting up in the air, and your face is all blurred out. It's
On the stream, somehow you still have his face, but on the Skype call, his
it's
camera
quite,
disappeared.
it's really
Mhm.
weird how it's doing that.
Yeah, the Skype thing is weird.
Now, you went on to talk about lack of direct file uploading based facilities. Mine's chat platform allows for files that are a maximum of 10 millibytes, which is 48 millibytes
Megabytes.
in file size
Megabytes.
mhm,
So,
Megabytes.
to be
it might
directly
be,
uploaded, but there is no mechanism to upload files to a chat session within the new chat facility.
There's
Okay.
another GitLab ticket with Barshi references as a reply to me, which is related to this, which I added another comment to in response to, I think it was Ria again, adding something to the Canary stuff in relation to common document formats.
Yeah, if you look at the Canary chat, a lot of people are asking for that. Right? File upload. What was it? What's the other?
The other one is the freaking edit function.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got that in E. That's his next one, the lack of edit function. I consider it would be a good idea to implement some form of edit functionality that would allow for the amending of existing comments. I am considering this point from an ability to correct grammatical and sentence structure based error stances. Now he's just being selfish on that one. That's pure
Well,
freaking Mark.
and then
That has
and
nothing
then
to do.
I was I replied to his comment. I was just being devil's advocate, right? And I was saying, don't give us edit.
Yeah.
Let us live with our
we
mistakes.
know. We know what that's
If you
about.
have a look at the new Canaries
And Minds
Canary
Gaming
Games,
and him are
chat
like
session,
just jump all
and
over
we had
me.
a long conversation, me, Tan, Ria, and Minds Gaming had a long discussion
But
about this
let's not fool
2 days
anybody.
ago.
Let's not fool anybody, okay? There was nobody that requested that from you. That was straight out your shit, dude. I get freaking
Oh,
like
Rhea did.
he writes
Rhea,
one sentence. He writes one sentence, and I get 5 notifications. Okay.
Okay, don't give us notifications.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden he writes the sentence and then he has to go back and correct his grammar. So he's got to go through
And
and hit edit, and then he notices something else.
Yeah, all of a sudden you hear ding, 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 ding.
Okay,
Yeah.
I admit that's a bad habit of mine, but I always, but sometimes the chat is so fast moving that I've got to get my foot out before somebody else adds another comment,
Yeah.
and then we
Well,
press and amend anything.
you're spreading your freaking craziness because now I'm catching myself actually going in and starting to edit stuff when I make mistakes. And I'm like, oh, dude, he's freaking gotten into my brain. It's like I knew, right whenever that stuff started, I knew that I was in trouble. So, so the lack of editing functions, I do agree with it though. I was joking around, but like I do agree with it, and like adding people to chat needed to be the first option, you know what I mean? Because that means you're gonna have to go in like in the new chat. I have one set up with Bob Dub and them, and I have to delete them just to add somebody.
I think they already know about some of these things that we raised. I think it's already in their roadmap somewhere. We're just not seeing.
I can't remember what epic number that is actually. I've not reviewed it for a couple for a good week or so.
Yeah, so some of these features, it's sure.
I I hope that the staff are looking at the Canary groups chats and taking notes themselves.
Mm-hmm. I really do too.
Like they have
I
10
hope so.
people in the team, and you think somebody's gonna like spend
Yes,
spend
but
spend their working hours.
as we know with the Minds Chat facility, the actual Minds Chat platform, and the Canaries room. Let's just say the staff interaction has been a bit spotty on a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
occasions.
right. See, there's more staff interaction when the old Matrix chat came out than the new one. With the new
Mm.
one, all we see was just Bill and Bashy.
And to be honest, they
Yeah,
never really
and
did
and
anything in here. I mean, you know what I mean? It was like you guys were
and
actually the
I, I
ones.
I remember Barcy's only had a job for what, a year now,
Yeah.
roughly.
More than that.
And
Oh yeah.
I've been providing support to that room for since it was opened.
Mm.
I'm quite consistent in
So
this.
it's your fault. I mean,
Consistent in this.
really,
Yeah, yeah,
it's your fault to be honest. I mean, I can't be
yeah,
blaming Bill for all that stuff. It was you.
yeah,
Everything that
yeah,
went wrong in
Right?
that freaking general freaking, or in that help, canary help thing, that was your fault.
yeah.
Sorry.
My fault? Sorry.
Ye-
What went wrong in that thing? I administer that or
that,
moderate that room.
that's my whole point. It's
Uh,
like that's who we blame. It's your fault.
I take control. I take a lot of control over that room.
That's
To be
right.
fair.
That's right. So if all the problems that weren't taken care of is your fault.
It's not my fault. I can.
I held it in
It's
for as
not my
long as
fault.
I
I
could.
do not support to manage the staff. If
It's
I was
crazy
supposed to
talk.
manage the lines, then yeah, things would be
Yeah.
fairly different. That's to say.
To be fair too, just so everybody knows, I mean the most that you guys do is freaking write tickets and make it out to where it freaking has the specific problems so that it can be taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean it's not
Or provide advice to the user base,
right.
much like mine and Tam's advice to you last night.
Right, which was actually a good thing because you guys were helping me troubleshoot through it, you know.
Hmm.
And freaking to be honest, I mean I'd like to bring that up if you guys want to, but but we've probably got like 15 minutes. If you guys don't want to do it, we can wait until later. But that was actually a good situation because it's up to you. You guys want to?
Sure.
Well, if you want to run on, I'm not
Unless Mark has something else to
going to be
bring up.
busy.
Well,
So yeah, we
he
can
he had
extend it.
he had one more
We can
thing.
extend, yeah, we can also extend our session to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the thing was is it's like when I'll explain it to everybody. What happened was I went in me and Bob Dub collaborated with freaking on doing a project with a freaking blog for Minds Gaming. Yeah. And we both went through it and got it done, and it took about 4 hours, but we got it done. And I was going to paste it into a blog for Minds, the Minds blog options, and I haven't used blogs in years, so
Hmm.
I wasn't aware of anything, and I freaking went through there and I kept trying to paste it in there, and it wouldn't work. Well, I ended up sending the information to you guys in Canary support, and we were going through it, and what ended up happening was Tan said, hey, stop using Chrome and try to do it on a different browser. So I used freaking Microsoft Edge, and it worked fine. But the whole time I was trying to use Google
Hmm.
Chrome, it wouldn't do it.
Yeah. And the reason I suggested Edge was that you said that you just did a Windows update, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this update is pretty screwed up. I mean, I'm trying not
Yeah.
to cuss. You know what I mean? That's how. That's
It,
how.
it was that one. It was that one error message. Even though he gave us about 3 different error messages, it was just that one error message that sort of resolved the entire issue. And that pointed us into the direction of the issue.
Mhm.
Now, the thing about this new update that is weird for me is like, it to me it seems like freaking Google Chrome is wanting to take over your browser and freaking put updates in without your permission, just whenever they feel that it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And because in the last, well, since they've started doing it, all of a sudden my freaking browser will just drop, and then I'll go
But
click.
your specific issue was it's not necessarily related to Chrome per se. It can be produced by a number of different methods. I'm
That
thinking router MTUs and those other things. So yeah, it's not specifically a Chrome issue.
It just seems odd though that I switch over to Microsoft Edge and it works perfect. And then you said after we were done that you've had no problems with using the blog function on what was it again? It's
I've
that
not actually released any new blogs for. I'm definitely check, but at least I'm thinking since the Minds changed the interface on the actual Minds.com site, which must have been a year and a half, 2 years ago now, maybe. I've not actually created any new blog articles since then.
somebody's slacking. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, they get a little clout and they start getting lazy. He's like a movie star now on Tech Talk, and he doesn't want to make no blogs anymore.
I'm just busy with busy juggling 50,000 other jobs at the tasks at the moment.
Yeah, like all the ladies telling you look freaking sexy and shit. Like Bob Dub's mom said he's a cutie, and freaking it went to his
Bob
head.
Dub's mom?
Yeah.
93-year-old.
Yeah, she fell in love with
93-year-old.
Mark. She fell in love with Mark, man. She's like, he is such a cutie. He's a sweetie.
He's a geriatric
Photographs can be purchased
dream.
at
Dream day. Geriatric
so my
dream day.
range of mugs and merchandise in a minute.
But yeah, I'm like you, but it's been even farther back. I think I tried to do it with my the strange, the bizarre, and the unusual. I tried to make a blog to go with it, and that was years ago, and I don't even know if it's still on there. You know, so I had.
You know what? Hey, by the way, I was just looking online. The issue might not be related to Windows Update. Let me shoot it on the chat.
No, I also found that the issue could be related to router MTUs.
No, this article says emergency update.
I found out a number of different methods of that issue being created. It was something about error not seeing MAC address or something, which suggests to me is related to the network interface that he's using. So it was a localized issue.
Just a few days ago, what was it, in May 14? Oh, it's just today. Just a few days ago, Google issued a zero-day attack patch on Chrome. It might have broken stuff more than it fixed.
That's
actually, I just double checked. My last blog article was published in the summer of 2020.
Oh wow!
So
That's been a while. That's been a while. 2020. Man, they've already updated mine's like once or twice.
Yeah, that's right.
They haven't updated they haven't done anything to the blog editing, blog article editor
you don't
for
step it up, man, I'm gonna send Jeffy over here and have him freaking give a talking to you.
I'm busy with providing support and can only do so many things.
You ain't got no time for a vlog, you know what I mean? It's like this is like that's your like favorite thing to do is make your blogs. That's why you got in a fight with freaking Bill Ottman in the first place was because of the links not working.
I
Yeah.
can't remember that one.
That's how it all started. You ended up telling them that they needed to freaking make it to where we can make or put links into the chat, and that's where it started. He kept giving you a hard time, and finally you started. That's exactly how it started. You and Rhea started the whole thing, man. You and Rhea, and then finally he started acting like a little girl. He goes, "You guys."
Actually, no. What started it was his statement saying that the new facility can be an easy replacement for the chat.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And he pointed out
Yeah.
that it's not true as in its current state.
It did start that way, and then what happened where it really escalated was where Bill got on there, and like I was about to say, he started acting like a little girl, and he said, "You guys don't know what it's like being on here."
Yeah.
Don't know how hard it is to work.
And I pointed out that he's, as the chief executive officer, he should be acting like a chief executive officer.
Yeah. Look at that face.
And he didn't like that at all.
He looked like Wild Bill, dude. Wild Bill Hancock. He just looked sideways and shit. Like, oh. What's that one?
Yeah, I'm only looking sideways because the chat is on this monitor to the right of me.
Yeah. That was the bad point about it that got out of hand with it, you know. And it's I still don't know what the deal is with that because like after we had straightened all that out, I went and talked to Minds Gaming. He said that freaking there's always an issue whenever he pastes. You can't paste into freaking those blogs because the freaking it won't what was it?
As I pointed out last
It doesn't
night,
copy the formatting.
Yeah, it won't format it properly.
Yeah, as I pointed out last night, when the old group, help and support group, was active, I saw a number of inquiries from various community members that were using Microsoft Word to paste. I presume they were pasting with text formatting and possibly images and other fairly relevant code. But I don't. Every single blog article I've ever created, I've always drafted in LibreOffice first, and which is only sensible. So you've got spell checking, you've got grammar checking, and various other things, and then pasted that into the blog editor after the fact. And apart from formatting issues, I've never had any real issues. It's always been able to paste them. It might not look perfect once you paste it in, but then again you can edit it afterwards anyway.
But see, that goes back though. You also said that you were doing that with a Microsoft product.
No, I was using LibreOffice. I've only used LibreOffice. I'm just saying that I've seen posts being published to help and support the legacy help and support group, in which community members have been using Microsoft Word, and they've been having issues.
So that's with Microsoft Word. So. I don't know. I mean, maybe freaking something happened to where Microsoft is doing something better than what Chrome is at the moment, you know? Because it's apparent it's common troubleshooting, okay? I can't do it on Google. Then I turn around and I use Microsoft Edge and I can do it. And not only can I do it, but it happens quickly, just like freaking what Minds Gaming was telling me. He's like, it should pop up there almost automatically, you know?
I mean, it could be related to one of the extensions that you've installed on Google Chrome.
I
Potentially, it could be related to your virus checking software. It could be related to you use Microsoft Windows, so BitLocker. It could be related to
my porn
a
sites.
number of different issues.
My porn sites. I need to stay.
Your porn videos that you store taking up all the space that Chrome can't work properly anymore.
Yeah, I don't put it on my computer. I'm smart enough to understand what search engines are really used for. Like the best thing to do is just go to the search engine and type it in and watch it right off the search engine. Don't download anything.
Yeah, but it's always cached to the browser.
Yeah.
It's always cached to your local storage.
Yeah, that's true. But you can always delete that. You don't want a virus, you know. You don't want to get a virus. That's a little tip for all you perverts out there. Don't ever freaking go to the websites. Just watch it straight off the search engine.
What did I say the other day? Always do safe computing or something.
Yeah.
And you said, use a condom.
What?
Yeah. He was talking about safe computing, and then I put underneath it, use a condom and shit. So when you're sitting there freaking on your computer,
What's the computing equivalent of that thing?
The thing of it is, can you imagine sitting there using your computer and wearing a condom? Like
over your head? What?
You can
Over
do
your
that.
hands, yeah.
You can
Sticky keyboards.
keyboard condoms. They've had those. Remember in the old days when they had that plastic keyboard condom that you put over the top of your keyboard?
Okay.
Actually, I came across one not long ago, but what was it? It was those roller keyboards covered in vinyl that did. I think the producers, the manufacturer's demographic is related to professional kitchens and medical services, and it's really yucky keyboards. Again, fold away, sort of very flexible sort of things. One wipe and then they're clean, and disgusting.
I remember when they used to freaking have them coming out all the time, and they never stuck around very long. You know what I mean? I'm really surprised you found them.
Again, in maybe not in the retail market, but in things like professional kitchens and hospitals, that sort of facility.
Every
where they need to have a clean surface, where they need to easily wipe down.
Especially like in like a freaking, what is it that when it's in the unit where freaking they have the oxygen always flowing and they have to make sure it's a sterile environment. It's not emergency, but it's the one you go to after it. I keep forgetting the name of it. Every country does it in the same way, I hope, because, well, I don't know, you're in England, so.
No, I don't think there's any international, there's no ISO standards on this one. I think it's down to individual territory.
Yeah.
And there could be an EU standard, but I'm not sure. We'll have to do some research on that one.
So, actually, we did get through that pretty well. It's like right at the freaking end of the hour. So I think
you're gonna ask this name from from our last Friday's round table.
Yeah, well,
didn't you say you were gonna ask them to join our chat or our TikTok?
Well, I was gonna ask him. It was Dave Kelso.
I was gonna. Dave Rizzo.
Yeah.
I was going to ask him if he was interested in doing an interview and everything with us tonight, and he said maybe if I'm available and fill up to it.
Okay.
I've been trying to get
Oh,
him.
in that case, I should just actually arrange in an actual time.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
No, he said that when he's in Indiana, he'll have his travel laptop with him, so
Okay.
he won't be completely unreachable. But
Mm.
he's going to be leaving for Indiana in 2 days. I could probably see if
Okay.
he wants to do it like we did Mines the other day and do an interview separately from the show, because I like it when us three get together and we have our talks. And then maybe afterwards or at a different time we can do an interview with him, you know what I mean?
It will be an extension of this.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be an extension of TikTok rather than just a general conversation.
Right.
Right.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
right now we're meeting together, we're having an actual show, whereas if we do an interview, it'll be an interview style aimed at one person, you know, having a
Right.
Okay.
Because I like hanging out with you guys, man. We get into some good conversations. We don't need anybody else coming in and butting in with it. Don't you agree? Especially Tan,
I
dude.
don't know. I don't know.
Did I leave
don't
the
know.
room
It's always-
now, or what?
It's,
Did I leave you two alone?
I was thinking more on the lines of freaking me and you. You know, just let Mark sit back and watch.
Let him sit back and watch.
Yeah.
I'm no scared.
I don't think
No,
Mark can
he's-
just sit still and watch. You know.
Well, he's a conservative. You know what I mean?
I'd be more like a watcher than Mark.
He's conservative. He told me that he thinks that freaking wearing a bow tie is a little too progressive, dude. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
I
Freaking,
didn't say that.
it was close. It was pretty close.
You're
Having
putting words in my mouth now.
no, I'm exaggerating is what I'm doing. The
Right.
words
Hyperbole.
the words were actually there, but not to the extent that I said it, or that you said them. You know what I
I think
mean?
you may be misconstruing what I said.
I said
There's-
you.
there's
I said
screwing.
you. I said.
Definitely screwing involved in there.
I said you would look good with a bow tie on. Like if you wear a suit, put a bow tie on. You said no, I can't be wearing a bow tie because that's a little too liberal for me.
What also did we were talking about Boney M,
Oh yeah, Boney. Yeah.
and you suggested that I just wore that get up that the singer did in that tour that they did for Rasputin.
Yeah.
Just a flared 1970s bell-bottom trousers look.
Yeah.
And you suggest wearing a bow tie with that.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I think you would look cool, dude. And then freaking
And all right, and that's where we came up with the Chip and Dale.
yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah. See, freaking you would be the coolest Chippendale freaking dancer with the bow tie and dress like that. So
I don't dance. I do not dance.
we can teach you. We can get you lessons. We can get you lessons, man.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So we better end it there with Mark being a Chippendale
We
dancer.
better.
Yeah, that's a good note to end on.
So before we head out, I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and Mark, Tan, it was a great show, and we'll see each other next week. Sound good?